I want to insight check his excitement for this.
Okay. Malik seems to take your point pretty well. It's like, all right.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
10
seems like he's someone
on
that's
the
been
up and
following
up.
orders for probably his whole adult life and seems pretty good at it.
Yeah.
So like,
Just waiting for someone to boss him around, really.
We just keep picking up fucking bottom dollar mercs and just turning them into whatever we can.
It's important to make a do with what you have.
yeah,
Remember
exactly.
though, you okay?
Mordecai and
sharpen
Eldridge come back on the deck after going below.
Do we notice this?
I'm gonna like turn them out. Are they a thing now?
We both have wild sex hair at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, are they like? I'm not. It's not weird to me. I just want to know. Like, is it? Do you know if it's a thing?
I just know they started talking about something and then they ran away and then. What were they talking about?
Were they singing "Let's Give Them Something to Talk About"?
I don't know that one.
That's an old standby in my house. All right. So guys, can't help but notice you guys keep. I don't think the term "slink off" is right, but I can't think of a better term right now. So slink off. What are you guys up to? What are you
Well,
making?
me and Eldridge have obviously
Feelings for
crossed.
each other. Yeah, we
no,
get that.
no, I don't know how the seven flow, or there's so many of them involved there, Sir Ebelfirth. But yeah, we've butted heads over the last. I guess that's not really the right terminology.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're really not selling this. This dream.
There's been some conflict between me and Eldridge recently. We've had some heated conversations, and after the last conversation as to whether we sail back to King's Landing or whether we selfishly go directly to Dragonstone, despite having a vessel full of captives and people who are seeking their freedom and independencies. You've all called me out for running off and doing my own thing, so I'm trying to mend bridges one by one as often as possible. We can go off and do our thing too if you wanted to, Sir Ebelfirth, but we haven't really come to conflict too often.
I want to insight check him.
I find it. Yeah. I agree. This is a positive. I don't know if you're. I don't know which one of you is the bad influence.
Try to lie to me.
Two of you.
Just try it.
But I guess if you guys are getting along now, that's better.
So the unique thing that you pick up on here, Ricard, is that there is portions of what I'm saying to be truthful, and then there's portions to what I'm saying to not be truthful.
Seems pretty common for what you know of Mordecai.
Mm-hmm.
The details around trying to mend bridges, because Malik has stated before that I run off and do my own thing, or have been for the last few outings, and me trying to mend bridges, you do know that is layered within truth.
Yeah, but why you gotta do it all secluded and you guys were talking and you left. And he mentioned something about that thing that he built or something. What'd you build, Eldridge?
Hang on, I was gonna see what Malik was gonna say.
Oh, good. There's a lot of fish guts in your room. That's fucking weird, man.
Are you boys drugging?
Ricard,
And you don't have this mantle, bro. I
You
understand.
boys drugging in here?
Ricard, are you of all people calling out fish guts?
See
You
this
fi-
evil ass mantle? That's the
you-
reason why this is a thing. I don't see you with an evil curse item.
You've had quite the fixation for severing things that you've killed, even human components.
Yeah,
Listen.
honestly, if any of us has something to talk about and work through an issue-wise, I'm more concerned with your fixation on collecting parts
This
from
is
every single
this is
thing
what
that
we
you've done.
call a deflection, guys.
And on top of that, Ricard,
I'm a
There's
nat
one.
20 right now. I'm rolling on a nat 20.
if somebody has been guilty of running off individually and doing their own thing, even without true incentive to complete a objective of killing the Corsair King, you are quite guilty several times over for that.
I don't know why you need to deflect this bad, but
But anyways, I wasn't building anything harmful, Ricard, but it is something that I would like to keep private. For the time being. If it becomes something that must become part of the group's public knowledge, I'll bring it forth myself. But for now, it doesn't involve anyone but myself and Mordecai.
I lean over
I'm
to
just-
Malik and I'm like, Malik, what do you think about this? The two sketchiest fucking people in the room.
He wrote what
Being
he
private.
thinks.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Mm. Yeah, nothing seems like a threat right up until it isn't. But as long as you guys are happy,
Ed's just gonna lean in. I don't think we want to know.
I'm gonna be like,
Smells you guys.
I'm gonna turn around and be like, Jesus, Ed, where do you come from every time?
All the time. I'm
God,
always
you're
here.
Yeah,
Part of the group.
yeah. But seriously, man, you put a fucking bell on you or something. Where you are all the time.
Righto.
Ed, are you gonna come with us to confront the Corsair King, or are you gonna stay behind to train these new recruits?
What? What do you mean? I'm part of this.
Yeah, we're trying to have more people be the part of this. I'm just curious if you have any interest in becoming a trainer of men.
You don't want to split the next chest with me, do you?
You're just gonna send it north anyway, right?
Right.
Isn't that what Malik's gonna do with it too?
He kind of looks to
Listen,
you now,
we've had this conversation before. I'm done. I'm sick of it.
I'm like a good soldier now, though.
Okay.
Right.
I know, Ed. I don't imply anything. I'm just asking if you'd be interested.
I'm getting better. He kind of shoots an arrow super far.
Just out into the sea.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Wait, I
Ed,
got- watch that. I'm gonna shoot an arrow over that mountain over
Yeah.
there.
Ed, how do
Pretty
you
much.
plan to reclaim
And he's
that
a
arrow?
halfling, so he's like.
He's basically shooting a fucking slingshot to any of us.
Like,
just fucking...
he's like a little kid, dude. Like, look what I can do.
Max, roll for the distance, please. Just 'cause I think
He's got a range. Shoots 120 feet.
at disadvantage.
I like to think he shoots it at a
Goes
high an
that
angle
far.
as he thinks it can go, and it just fucking goes straight up, and then like lands.
The wind takes
up.
it, it just
Yeah.
flies off and starts to tumble.
No, I imply nothing, Ed. I just, you know.
Takes out his short sword. What? Look at this.
I'm just gonna like boop him with my shield and see if he falls. My
You can
big
try
ass
and hit him.
fucking shield.
Oh.
No, I'm just gonna like, you know, Ed, I imply nothing. I want to make sure we have good men training the next generation.
I want to see what we started through.
Fair enough, Ed. Fair enough.
Make money for my future bride.
Max.
Yeah.
Is there? I assume there's some place they're burning wood on the ship.
Yeah, they got like a little, like a bit, like a saucer that they put it in,
Okay.
like your New Hampshire driveway fire pit.
Okay.
French fireplace.
I want to, like, if I could, gather as much charcoal as I can, and then try to persuade Eldridge to use his brazier in order to conjure my familiar again.
Keeps asking for your bra.
Yeah, brah.
Wants your bra.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
It's only weird if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, how much charcoal do you need? Well, it's not like an obscene amount. You should be able to
It's
get.
like 10 gold.
10 gold worth of charcoal.
What? No, that doesn't sound right.
See, yeah, that's what I thought too, because that would be so much charcoal. You like house it.
Yeah,
in
I
a
mean,
house.
it could
That's
be.
like a
I thought it was
bag
10 gold worth of
material.
like spices or something. I don't
Well,
know.
it was
Both.
that
It's any
or
of the
charcoal.
three. It's a combination of them, but it's got to be 10 gold worth.
Malik, I'm gonna acknowledge your statement and say I wasn't implying anything. I just wanted, you know. He's got like
Do
a
you
wife
have
at home and stuff
some
now.
herbs?
I
Ricard?
I look at I try to procure some herbs, Max.
I mean,
Do we have 10 gold worth of herbs and
You-
spices on the boat, Max?
you
Max,
certainly have 10
Max,
gold worth
how
of herbs.
how does that?
Malik does have spices too. That's true. Yeah, I would say you have enough. And you don't have 10 gold worth of charcoal, but you get enough of the other ones to take up 10 gold worth.
Listen, all we got to do is sail to somewhere where spices are super expensive, and then you can just summon your bird as much as you want with like a pinch.
I think generally spices.
You
are...
actually hear Osmond pipe up. He's like, "Hey, that's actually in this book." He holds up one of the books that he took from the Corsair King. Yeah, Jade Compendium. This dude went to Jade Sea. They got all the spices, man.
Huh.
I'm gonna be like, oh shit, Osmond! God damn it! Both of you need to start wearing bells all the time.
Just because we're a little bit shorter than you.
It's not even the shortness. It's just I forget you're there until you just come up behind
So
me
yeah,
with weird
if we
statements and shit.
if
only
we have
know-
the materials, I don't have an issue with Ricard using my brazier.
Alright.
I'll
Make
set
a
it
like
up
a
on
high,
deck
make a
form.
hiney.
It does take an hour, Max.
Yep. Yeah, no problem for you to do that today, and you can get Jareth back.
And then I want
Do
to
you want Jared
speak with
back?
animals with Jareth really quick. What'd you see
Okay.
down there?
I don't know what kind of voice Jareth has.
Regal. He's so regal. He's an owl. He's regal.
I doth declare that 'twas but a large tentacle. 'Twas quite disgusting. I would not recommend it to my worst enemy.
My worst enemy.
Was there anything of note down there?
Sliminess and stickiness galore. Send me there no longer.
No worries. I'm sorry I put you through that, buddy.
Yes, please stop being reckless with my 1d4 hit points.
Just gonna see him squawking at a bird and just be like, this fucking place gets weirder every time.
I'm gonna buy like a little collar for him, like not like a collar like a dog collar, but like what like lapel, like
Nice.
Chippendale
those-
style.
One of those hawking hoods, the leather hood, so he can sleep on the ship.
Yeah, studded.
Cool. I think I finally set up that fucking wand shit, bro.
What wand shit?
Oh,
one
and
that
D and D.
has-
Yeah, the one that I have.
Oh, I thought you just attuned to it. I was like, how many nights do you have to fuck the wand for it to?
No, the wand fucks you.
no.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how it works.
In Soviet Russia, wand fucks you.
All right, you guys know that you just have one more evening, and then you will arrive at King's Landing the following day.
Fuck yeah. So, is it, we gotta rest before it is one more day until we get to King's Landing, right?
Yes, you'll have one more rest if you so choose. If you want to stay up late and party, that's also allowed. It seems like Osterman Vino would definitely be down.
Yeah, the drunk, he'd fucking drink because it was a day.
I'd like to speak to Trevor again.
Hey, man.
So what are you thinking, Trevor?
Well, I'm thinking we can probably live a pretty good life here in this capital.
Yeah, and you're willing to become a part of the subcategories of the Unbroken?
He rubs his hand together. Oh yeah, man. I'm into it.
What are the parts that you're into exactly?
A fresh start for me. No danger, at least not at first. Prove myself. Taverns to go to every night. Brothels. Anything you want, King's Landing, right?
Can I insight check that?
For the most part, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he's hearing about the high-end hookers in King's Landing. He's like stoked. Mostly, we didn't run into very
Seems
many
like-
women on the
Seems
island.
like he's got a little bit of bluster to him, but is overall, seems to be pleased with this thing turning around. Him being very much not dead, or being executed, or being thrown in prison.
He's about this life.
Yes, I would
I agree.
with that as well, Malik. Well, Trevor, I could not speak for the entirety of the Unbroken, but I think that you may have more life to live yet.
Nice, man.
Tell me, how are you with stab wounds?
Receiving stab wounds?
Well, yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah, like, do you take the blessings of the seven well if you were to like be stabbed and then need to be healed in a hurry? Just a
He kind of looks at you.
No-
and is
no
like,
specific
I don't know if this is a weird
Double first,
initiation
what the
thing,
fuck?
man. I'm
Hey,
confused. Are
hey,
you gonna stab me?
Sir Elberfirth, you're kind of killing the vibe here. He thinks he's gonna live.
Firth, they call me the creepy one.
no. I'm just asking. Do you have anything against being brought back or being healed by?
Oh,
standard means?
how many stabs can you take before you die? Is that what you're asking? If you had a
Yeah,
scale
I'm
of
trying to
Stab
get
me
out.
once, I'm probably not gonna die, but if you can heal me magically, that'd be great.
Okay.
I think
I mean, Sir Ed was typically
Malik
the same way.
got where I was going
I mean,
with that.
this dude, he points at Osmond. That guy did stab me.
And
Yeah,
you're
but
still
he's-
alive. Look at that.
And be like, how many how much blood came out of him when you stabbed him?
I mean, he was invisible, and then he just stabbed me.
Osmond, was
That's
he
probably-
bleeding a lot or just like general?
Elberfirth, what the fuck, bro?
Osmond's like, this is weird, but yeah, I almost killed that dude.
And then you're just gonna hear me doing calculations on the inside of my shield and chalk.
Yeah,
You're
but
like,
Sir
"Yeah, that's
Ed
good to like."
almost dies when you hit him with a fucking feather, Sir Elberfirth.
I know, but I just
Well,
I mean, when we first met you, Ed, you've grown a little bit.
What? He kind of like
Not in height,
at his
more,
own muscles a little
more
bit.
in density, I
Right,
suppose.
thick now.
Or
Yeah, I'm
density.
that's fired. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I know.
got stabbed in the chest twice.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you did
two
take a
of 'em.
ballista bolt to the chest.
Yeah.
See,
Right
see,
in my
Trevor,
chest. All the way through.
Sir Ed here was just a commoner like many of the other people on the vessel when they first met him. And now,
Ed
Who's
looks
not
like
selling the
not
dream
sure
now?
You offended or not?
now he's slain not only on the field but in the bed, as far as I've heard.
I can't not think of Anchorman when he's like, yeah, I took 2 ballista bolts. Like, yeah, you should probably lay low right now.
You should probably go to a hospital. You are bleeding internally.
But I was thinking as like Unbroken, and maybe we can talk in private. But as the Unbroken, maybe we can like come up with like not rules to live by, but like kind of like rules like to be like honorable, to protect others when
Sound very familiar to Ebelfirth and
right
Ed as Knight's Vows.
yeah,
Yeah, but see,
but
Ricard,
specific to us, you know.
then we have certain things that we have to live up to, and
Lighting people on fire and shit. I don't know.
I think the true test of being part of the Unbroken is to establish what is your moral compass and if it falls in place with the Unbroken.
Kind of look at him a little side-eyed.
I'm gonna look at Malik and be like, I mean, yeah, most the fire's a little weird, but yeah, mostly he's got
And that time he tried to kill me.
he's confused, but his heart's in the right place. Just he got the spirit.
You got spunk.
Yeah,
You have to have spunk.
I mean, if not for sometimes the Lord of Light asks us to undertake burdens.
So true.
I'm so the name of it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, but he's not asking you to like take a piss in public. He's asking you to like burn people, but that's neither here nor there. I'm I'm just gonna look at Ricard and be like, swearing an oath is. I would say perhaps instead of everyone joining the Unbroken immediately, they become the Unbending, and then eventually they can join the Unbroken.
In
a long time, to be fair.
I think to be unbroken, some might even have to go through a certain layer of mending for their souls as well.
Oh yeah, I kind of like that.
Hmm.
They are broken first, but now they will be
introduction to the-
unbroken.
Yeah, introductions to the, like, you know, when they're starting out, they can be the mending, and then the bending, and then the unbroken.
Yes, we break everyone that we meet that we may mend them.
I like the mending because they're like
I
they
mean-
are mending, right?
When you kill somebody's entire island and also their family members, I think they're a little bit broken inside Eldritch. I'm not gonna say that you're wrong because you're not, because that's kind of what we did.
Yeah, I feel really
I'm
bad
gonna
about that big guy.
gesture to the fucking legendary sword on Ricard's hip and the fucking scripture that we had engraved into it. I'm like, we kind of have a thing going.
Yeah. But then again, if we do break them, they can't, and then mend them. They're not technically unbroken, so we gotta work on
All
the
shall break
semantics.
before us.
All shall break before us.
Yeah, like Malik said, we are forging them into something stronger. We are giving them
Exactly.
opportunities that they would never have had in their life
Yeah, but
before.
then you're technically broken.
Yeah. But you know,
Jesus.
Malik goes
Malik.
into his
But then once you
forgery
put
back.
Yeah.
together-
Yeah,
we
Malik's just
learned-
talking about smelting. I'm like, yeah, but you have to break shit to smelt it.
yeah.
We're only going against the brand.
Listen.
No, it's
We're-
trial
we're-
by fire, right?
We're talking semantics here, okay?
Yeah, wait, no. What do they call it when you? And I'm gonna be like, Malik. What do they call it when you like? You know, when you work on a sword, you like give it a fresh edge. You not refining.
You're
but
into edging, Sir Eblefirth. That seems a little well. I guess that makes sense for the 7 when
Honing.
there's so many of them.
Are you talking about tempering steel?
tempering. And then I like to think that came out in Ed book. Tempering. He's tempering, so-
tempering.
Yes. So we should call them the tempered.
I like super like surprised.
I'll listen to stuff. Malik
I'm gonna
teaches me a
go and
lot.
get some sleep so we can get to where we have to go.
I love that. That's the best idea I've ever heard.
It shall be! For the Lord of Light has spoken!
You guys are giving him the business.
So
The tempered is dope, though.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that.
that's what we're calling all the people that we adopt.
That's what we're
You know,
calling the
you're
JV squad.
Yeah.
Jeez,
The redemption.
That's awesome. That's good.
they'll get signets too.
That can be the first crew's name is Redemption.
Yo,
Kinda hard, actually. That kinda
Yeah.
hits.
who's gonna head up Redemption Company? Is it gonna be Trevor?
Trevor is gonna be the fucking. He knows how to shoot a gun and shit.
It's true.
Actually, yeah. The ultimate test. I will give Trevor back one of those guns.
Okay. Yeah, he gladly takes
Yeah, what about
back
Sergeant?
his hand cannon.
I don't know that Trevor displays leadership qualities as Mordecai.
Yeah, no, that's factual.
Yeah,
He
he
does
He
seems
just
he
kinda
seemed to be
go along
pretty
with whatever we tell
pretty
him.
good at whatever task. He was able to teach other people how to shoot a weapon, but yeah, it doesn't seem like a
I
natural
mean,
leader.
his firearms training abilities alone, though, make him a great second for Sergeant Ball.
Seems like a reasonable spot for him to have success.
Because
Yeah.
then all of a sudden they get the arms training and they get firearms training, and then they're fucking real dangerous. Even if they're, I'm gonna look at both sides, expandable, and then they actually have cannon, and then Malik can forge the fucking firearms.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, fucking, we teach them how to fix bayonets. We're fucking set. We have fucking bayonet charges now. We're smooth sailing.
Listen, if Trevor has the belief of the Unbroken behind him, he will believe in himself as well.
Yeah, we got this.
And with those words, I'm actually gonna inspire. I'm gonna inspire. I'm gonna use an inspiration on Trevor.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna take his gun as you give it back to him. He's gonna pack it down. Just be like, "Yeah, I feel good." He's gonna fire.
just do the same thing Ed did, but
Well, he's got inspiration, so he rolled great. Probably the best that he can possibly do. What is inspiration? 1d8?
Yeah.
Yeah, he rolls himself a natural 20, and then he gets inspiration. He just side slings and just blasts a seagull out of the sky.
Mm.
yes,
Feels
seagulls,
good.
natural enemy of the eagle.
Like that, man. It's pretty good.
Yes. How
So
quick
that
do you
is-
reload again?
That is only the beginning of your path of redemption, Trevor.
If we want to switch over to playing like a strategy board game, a company is a minimum of like 100 guys.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, we got to start
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
We got funds.
We got squad, then we can get to battalion, then we get to company.
And then we have a whole jail to empty out.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
one
The
turns into
gallows.
two,
Just
two
saying.
turns into four turns into 8, and you know.
We
along
turn the
those-
Well,
we
also-
basically make the Suicide Squad of Tempered out of the fucking Grey Gallows jail.
Hell yeah. Let's
Also,
do
we
it.
have like an official title already. We could legitimately start recruiting in various cities as we go through.
Yeah, that's like the plan. It just turned out that we were recruiting prisoners.
Hey
You
man.
guys do recall that Ares is overseeing the basically pilots of this Arcane Guild program. So you would know that most things would probably have to go through him, and then through the king to get approval. But you guys feel pretty good about the amount of funds you could bring to it, and then also get from the crown.
Maybe we can like skip over the part where they were part of the crew of.
We need not deny it. We've been given wide lateral. I feel like we've been given a wide doctrine to. Embezzlement is not against Malik's code of honor.
He's from a church. There's nothing more church-like.
Yeah, Ebelfirst is gonna think about that and be like, I do like money.
Said the other church man.
Money, please.
Money,
but yeah,
please.
we've kind
Never
of been
done
given
anything
a
wrong
wide,
in my life.
a wide
We-
doctrine to kind
We
of
could
do as
have
we need.
Malik's people handle like the logistics, if you will, right? Because we're having Malik build Lord of Light temples around. It could be our own private shit. We didn't want, or we don't necessarily have to like involve the crown. It could be our like PMC.
Are we starting?
Yeah,
a super
again,
PAC?
you can't really get too much more church than that. Is to acquire funds for donations,
You guys would certainly
tax-free
know that
donations.
if you are working for the crown, there are definitely leniencies, but otherwise, pretty much every single place in the feudal system gets taxed. So you know, if you play your cards right, you might have to try and see if you can avoid that.
Maybe a little bit.
Oh God,
So
yeah, pretty much.
terrifying, bro.
Just real Kenneth Copeland energy right there.
God.
But yeah, you guys would it wouldn't be long before you arrive in King's Landing. So is there a particular plan of attack you wanted to do? Or
Well, as soon as we get to King's, what time of day is it going to be when we board, or when we?
when you disembark and pull into Blackwater Rush, it'll probably be the evening, just before dusk.
So
We can drop whoever wants to off at with Sergeant Ball for the night, and then go see Brendan.
yeah, arrange a meeting with Brendan in the morning, and then try to aim to set sails that evening after. So all on the same day, meet and then set sails again.
I'm fairly confident Brendan does not sleep, so if we need to see him at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm pretty sure he'll be wide awake.
What do
That's
you?
that's
what
odd
makes you
for
think he doesn't sleep?
that,
bro?
that's odd for you to know Brendan Rivers' sleeping habits.
I mean, have you not noticed that he's following us like everywhere as an owl, and then also like always
Is it-
in disguise and or
Let me ask
on
you
some
this:
sort of
though.
mission?
Is it that he himself is like in the brain of the owl watching us, or is it just he asked his owl to keep an eye on us?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because if it's the second one, then
You
yeah,
guys aren't sure.
I talked to the
you
owl
guys
before.
Yeah, you guys left it a little vague, but it's definitely unsaid that it is somehow related to Brendan, if not himself. Malik, you would certainly know that the Iron Bank doesn't really do branches, but they do loans to pretty much anyone. You would probably naturally assume that there's no reason Westeros wouldn't be included in that. But you do know there's a vault, very famous vault in the Red Keep itself, where lords will even ask the king to keep things safe.
Okay.
That's somewhat concerning.
Is it time that we just purchase land that's ours and maybe hire some peeps to fucking chill
Well,
there?
we have a set up ball to do that.
So you guys would see King's Landing in the distance. You would certainly smell it as well as you guys approach.
Yes, shit and piss.
Shit and piss galore. So we'll go back to the King's Landing map. Let's see.
Well,
Get this here. Ed would actually speak and go, well, I like have my land in Fairmarket, right?
yes,
We can have a chapter there. It's a good amount. I'll get my dowry.
yes. I would say we should get the King's Landing chapter fully off the ground before we go to Fairmarket, though, Ed. Though I do, perhaps that would be a retirement post for you, Ed.
Right. I love it. Be great. We got Red Temple and Unbroken Guild chapter. Yeah.
How much of
Yeah.
like this is gonna be like a hand in hand kind of thing versus separation of church and state kind of
What?
thing? For those of us who don't really follow the Lord of Light, I don't know. No, I don't. I'm fucking 13.
It's still be my land.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's
like
got
in addition to the temple, like do you mean like a physical addition?
Well, it's actually quite a bit. Supposedly.
Well, let me offer this. Although I would love to set one up in Fairmarket, I think perhaps my homeland would be.
Sir Edward said once I marry Emma, should be most of the good grazing grain lands around Fairmarket. A few square miles, I suppose.
Square miles.
Not all of it, just like a big chunk. Sir Edward only owns like half.
That's what you underestimated about it?
Right.
The fact that he's still alive right now isn't the. I would also say that once we deal with the Corsair King, perhaps we should look west to set up a chapter on the edge. I don't know, a place called the Bane Fort.
Yeah, I believe that was the next call was to go over there, Sir Ebelfirth, to the
I'm
lands
just gonna look
that
to Malik.
seek your return.
Yes, and I'm gonna turn to Malik and be like, "That's why I keep trying to get him to fucking retire. Stop talking him into staying." And then be like, "Yes, a Bane Fort would make an excellent chapter house, I think."
And then someday maybe we'll go north.
Yes, we can rename the Bane Fort the Unbroken Fort.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're gonna make it into a an uncursed place. We can even put a
Yeah.
red temple there, Malik.
And we can cleanse the curse. Yeah.
You do distinctly remember Tybolt Lannister when he asked you to do something under the table for him at the Bane Fort, that its name is well earned.
It's super haunted, but that would be a great. Let's just say the area outside the Bane Fort might be a great place to set up a chapter. I'm sure they'd get a lot of work from everyone generally not liking the Iron Islanders or the Bane Fort. It's basically like your steady income earner there. Just it's like having a pizza established. It's like having a Zappy establishment next to a university campus.
Oh my god, if I see a
Yeah,
Zappy in the town, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Well, I want to talk to you about building a Zappy.
We'll talk to you about franchising.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can definitely talk about
You
it.
know, you could look into some of those mechanical bulls that we encountered as maybe like a mascot. You know, they could do like performances or something. You could
you guys are
automate
discussing
them.
the newest Chuck E. Cheese as you guys pull into the Blackwater Rush. You guys finally can, or at the River Gates, just outside of it. Everyone seems to be pretty eager to get off the ship, so it's kind of a bit of a race, except for the crew that stays on to finish things up. You guys can make your way into King's Landing. You definitely see a bunch of people doing their thing, but you also see a bunch of gold cloaks, which seem to take note and see you guys.
Before we get off of the boat, I will kind of announce to the group of rescued and captives and slaves, if you want any chance of freedom in general at all, it would be best to stick with us until we manage the logistics of getting you where you need to go.
The slaves and the sad dude all seem pretty docile and willing to just do whatever they're told. Gern and Trevor seem pretty antsy to get off and prove that they can not be turned in or murdered and can work instead.
Cool.
Sick.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, the two mages are a little bit seem like out of their elements. It's kind of like shuffling around behind you, like kind of following.
How does that one toe?
Yeah, how's Jaundice boy?
Jaundice boy still looks
Zoer.
sick, but he's making his way not without a problem. Seems like he could walk through the city without like any issues. Just looks ill.
I'm getting real shades of Van Wilder with Sick Boy in regards to Jaundice boy. I feel like he's starting to look like a Simpsons character.
There's a temple here, right? Or maester, obviously.
There are
Yeah.
definitely maesters here. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
You guys have arrived.
surely we can get.
I'm gonna look around and see if Ares is around.
He's not, but some gold cloaks do notice you guys, and as you're like all gathering, talking about your plan, about to get on shore from the little rowboat, you can see that they're waiting for you. They've noticed you.
Let us approach.
Let's go. All right. Got orders. Follow us.
Malik, you have the child.
And also, chapter house.
Yeah.
Where our shit is. Well, what is his
Where
name? Ball.
Sergeant
has set
Ball's
up.
training.
Yeah,
Starting the
Malik,
training.
where do you think is safe?
Surely in the dragon pit, right?
We emptied it.
Safe spot. You guys were told that that's something that would start, but you guys have only been gone for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we'll go talk to Eris and then take her wherever. Check on Ball. I mean, we have money right now to fucking rent a building at this point.
Buy
Or
a
rent
building.
a warehouse.
The gold cloaks will definitely be antsy to bring you guys along. As they escort you right up towards the Red Keep. You guys enter into the castle proper, and you go into the Tower of the Hands, which is very familiar to you. You'll enter into quarters that you guys are used to being in here. And you will, in fact, see two different princes around the
Good song.
large table. You see Prince Ares, who runs your deal here, and his younger brother, who's kind of a hard ass. His name is Makar. You guys have seen him around, heard him around before. As you guys walk in, Ares goes, "Oh, they're here! Oh, isn't that great?" He kind of looks at his brother, and his Makar literally just like exhales. A little smoke comes out of his nose.
Prince Ares, pleasure to see you again as always.
Oh, yes, great to see you. I'm glad you guys made it safe. I'm sure you have plenty to tell.
Yes, quite a bit to inquire about as well. Will it be this? Is now a good time? Did we interrupt anything between you and your?
Makar looks over. Now is a good time.
Perfect. Well, as you are aware, we're in search of the Corsair King, and we have disbanded 3 of the 4 larger islands. We haven't gone to Grey Gallows yet, but that is surely, in the thought
Which
process.
islands?
Bloodstone. The other ones.
The
that I
Deep.
need the Deep. The Crest, the Deep, and Bloodstone.
Bloodstone is known to be his headquarters. He's talking to his brother, and Ares just goes,
Oh, maybe we should get this little one out of here before we talk about some of that stuff.
I turn and look at Malik.
someone's easily able to come and take her away.
Oh, perfect. We uncovered a couple of these maps that highlighted some areas of intrigue by the looks of it, and we were hoping to run these by you to get more of a designated game plan before we go island to island again searching for him. It looks like he's on a
love to
quest
see
of
those.
conquest, perhaps, to change the free world as we know it, blah, 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 blah. And I'll present the maps and stuff.
Oh, well, this is very interesting. This is our home island, Dragonstone.
Mm.
Makar just kind of steps over his shoulder. What? Let me see that.
Did you know about that cave system?
This was stolen from us. No one should know about this.
Well, here
Well.
we are.
Surely it's beneficial that we returned it then.
What do you think he's doing with this?
What's in there?
Is that directed to us or
Yes,
to
you
his...
guys in general.
Well, again, I think he is seeking power so that he can overthrow what we know as civilization as it is. We've heard one of his followers say very similar things, at least.
Well, what else did you notice? Anything else that you found on these scrolls? These ones indicate different points of arcane lore and magic on the coast. Right here, Crack Claw Point, that's where the Whispers are. There's an old castle that is supposed to be haunted. Right here, Claw Isle, right next to it. They have some magic stuff, including a horn. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he was able to have a quite frozen individual locked up for a little while.
Yeah, can
He
you
had-
tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Yeah, he had a White Walker.
It
bound
was
up.
from beyond the wall.
Makar just kind of scoffs. Please, don't waste our time.
I slammed my
Surely you
fist
would
on the-
understand from the Unbroken that we are not here to waste anybody's time, especially not ours. Why would the boy lie about such a thing?
Yeah.
How would a White Walker be here after thousands of years?
They're
Just
coming.
walked,
I've
swam
seen
past
it.
the wall.
Again.
They have access to great magics to bind such a creature. doubt.
Why don't we have Malik and Rickard can assist roll a persuasion check. As you can
I was
pull
gonna
out
say,
the-
I'm not
I
trying.
also
Yeah,
have
please.
I have a water skin full of White Walker ice. I don't know how useful that will be, but
You can have
Wasn't-
advantage on that, Malik.
Yeah.
I really gotta piss. I'll be right back. One second.
A little bit
17,
better.
and you pull out like this half-melted face skull thing. He looks at it. He touches it, pulls his hand back. Let's say this is true. How could this be? Who has this power?
The Corsair King, apparently. We also brought back some mages he had imprisoned. One who was a parrot up until recently.
Ares seems very almost excited.
Well, there's much afoot that I've never heard of before. This is very exciting. I want to know where this came from. Who was a parrot?
And then, did they come with us, generally? Do we bring everyone with us? No?
No, they certainly weren't invited to the Tower of the Hand.
Yeah, so
well, we know their names.
Yeah.
And they're staying with the crew.
Yeah, so I'd bring up who they are, and I'd say one is very sick and could use a maester. They
Yeah, he's seen
they were imprisoned. His eyes were taken. His legs were broken. And I'd be like, oh yeah, wait. And then Malik, let me see the bag, and I'm gonna reach in and grab the monkey corpse, the sucker monkey, and throw that. And be like, yeah, this one wasn't as scary, but this one was also.
He kind of pushes it.
This is a very interesting. It's a lot to digest. Let me think. What else? What else did you see? Did he have any I don't know. Why was he holding these islands? Is he just using them for being a pirate or what?
He
Well-
seemed to be searching for knowledge. There was a large library that was incinerated when we arrived on the island. A bloodstone.
There's
we're able to
also-
recover a few books, but
Is he asking about books?
Yeah.
well, yeah, he's asking why he was holding the islands, and
I'll show him the books that I picked out as well.
I'll tell him about the sacrifice pit thingy.
oh yeah, the little white kid.
Yeah.
He seems to be taking really detailed notes as he's scrabbling along everything you guys are saying. As you're describing those things, Makar kind of walks over to you, Rikar, and just runs a finger along your
Mantle.
Armor.
mantle. This is old Valyrian. Where did you find this?
It was part of the treasures. Where did we find? Did we find this in? Was this part of the
Just in the deep.
deep? That was the ice place, right?
That's right.
Was it encased with the guy?
It was.
Yeah,
Along
along with what?
egg.
What?
An egg.
An egg?
I don't think that we are. I think we're going to just focus on. Yeah, what
The
to
things
point out.
the things we killed and the things we're wearing, not every.
Was he using this for his advantage?
I'm not sure. It was encased
Yes,
in
the
the
ring
same
as well.
thingy. It was encased in frozen.
It wasn't on the frozen one. It was encased in the same block of ice.
Yeah.
What does this ring do?
That's the ring that it seems to produce the ability to keep one's life a little bit more online if they have taken quite. Yeah.
He seems befuddled, almost frustrated, and Ares just puts his hand on his arm. He's like,
We're gonna figure all this stuff out. I'm pretty sure. Just keep writing down the details. So where are you guys gonna go next? We haven't heard anything from Dragonstone. That's dangerous.
Well, we were kind of hoping that you'd be more familiar with some of the lore behind some of these islands and why somebody would want to go to these islands. We were thinking of going to Dragonstone next because that appeared to be the highest point of interest, but
Oh, well, my brother, the Crown Prince Baylor, he makes his seat on a Dragonstone. We sent ravens. He said everything's fine. He's got
We
a big guard and everything.
Found several slain ravens. I can't ensure the message you sent wasn't intercepted.
Well, he said Raven's back to us, that everything's okay.
You recognize the handwriting? Is there any way to be sure it was him?
He's got a special seal that only me and my brothers have.
And what if your brother was no longer of this world,
That would be terrible. He's crown prince. This is not good.
right? And that would also mean that
I've
his
met-
seal was in the hands of somebody else, correct?
We've met him, yes.
You have met Baylor, yeah.
I'm just gonna take a second and be like, if you'll grant me a moment, my lord. And I'm gonna turn around with my wire and just get all like get into a corner, and I'm gonna send to Baylor.
Okay.
Baylor. This is Ebelfirth of the Unbroken. Are you safe? We are concerned that the Corsair King may be coming to Dragonstone. Answer briefly.
It's a little bit before you hear anything, and then you do hear a voice back. Ebelfirth of the Unbroken. Never do this again. Your crown prince does not appreciate being violated thusly. My affairs are in order. Speak with my brothers.
I want to respond, but he's not gonna like that, so I'm not gonna. You know what? I'm concerned. I'm gonna start spinning my wire again. Apologies, my lord. Advise caution. Speaking to your brothers now, we have seen strange magics. Be on the lookout for anything abnormal on the oceans.
Understood. Do this again, and you can tell my brothers your little experiment is over.
I'm going to turn back around and be like, so your brother's safe.
Oh, that's great news. I love my big brother Baylor.
Not a big fan of the way you and I communicate, Ares.
Oh, this is highly unusual. No one does this. I mean, Brendan is cool.
He kind of like mentions over to Makar.
He's just kind of figuring it out. But yeah, this is not a common thing to do.
I know, but when time is of the essence.
Really not going into princes' heads is not a good thing.
I can't see anything. I can just transmit. But I understand the concern.
And he's at Dragonstone now, correct? Is that the assumption? Or he oversees Dragonstone, from what I'm...
Oh, yes, that's where the Crown Prince makes his residence, is Prince and Dragonstone.
Would he take it as an affront if we were to head that way?
I don't... So on the maps, was it like circled or anything as far as Dragonstone? Was there like writing on the maps?
Everything here seems to indicate powers of heavy arcane lore. There's of course the Rainwood and the Gold Kingswood. That's a known thing. There's lots of magic in those woods.
Is the Rainswoods, Max? Is that where we encountered the storm?
You guys were technically in the Kingswood, but it's off of what used to be the same large old forest.
It's like further south.
And according to this map, it is still one.
Oh, they haven't been separated yet?
This map is very old.
Ooh. Okay.
This is a no place of lore here. Absolutely. Sure you've heard of Durin God's Grief and his wife Elena. And then there's, of course, Driftmark and Dragonstone. It's a giant volcanic island. Lots of dragons love to be there. Then we have Cracklaw Point, is where the Whispers are. Sir Clarence, he was a pretty powerful guy, supposedly back in the day. And of course, you have your Grey Gallows. You guys didn't go there, right?
We did not go there.
That's probably good. I think you'll probably die.
Captain, the captain refused to take his vessel there.
Well,
You
it looks like we hired the pecker properly.
Well, I suppose if your brother hasn't heard of anybody going to the Dragonstone yet, I guess that is probably one of our best bets if it's as a point of interest to see if we can beat him there. Last we knew, he was heading north of where we just were, which was Bloodstone.
Well, that'd be Grey Gallows, Dragonstone, and Cracklaw Point. You
What was
guys
that
were
last
at
one?
Bluffstone. What was that like?
Cracklock Point. Say that again.
What was Bloodstone like?
He
It's
had
on it's on this map.
there was a castle there. There was a treacherous forest. There was
Ooh.
many vessels, many vessels.
there was a beast in the swamp of the Bloodstone that I would highly advise against exploration. We made a deal to pass through its lands unmolested, but it was powerful, and they had to keep up a fairly strong ward to keep it away.
You see Makar just like be dismissive. He's like, wards and deals and invisible magics that are scary. This isn't helpful. What can we do about the threats of a pirate?
We dismantle the threat at the head, which is the head of the Corsair King, my prince.
It seems he gathers many obtuse and strange magics to try and strengthen his case.
Why are you always a step behind?
We also burned his fleet, if that helps.
Yeah, we also did do that.
We're
Did
a
you?
step behind because we started a mile behind, and we have now caught up. We are on the last leg of this, and we are just trying to expedite the experience as much as possible, and we were seeking the never-ending knowledge of Prince Ares here.
I'm gonna drop a low 5 behind me for Mordecai when he says a mile to a step. Just be like, that was fucking fantastic. That was a great one.
I think that I need to look at some of this information and think about it for a little bit. When are you guys gonna leave?
We plan to leave tomorrow.
Oh boy, that's not long at all. I'm gonna have to stay up all night thinking about what's gonna happen.
Then at the very least, when we leave, we will make voyage for Dragonstone, as that seems to be a priority, and we can keep checking in before that.
Okay, I mean, if you show up at Dragonstone, what are you gonna do if everything's fine?
Go to Cracklock Point.
Crackball.
Okay.
We're going to hit the points mentioned in this older document to see if we can find him at a place of power and destroy him there. Also, do you have somewhere we can store a large amount of coin?
Makar again scoffs. Of course. And you're sure this pirate is not going to attack the capital?
I mean, if he attacks the capital while we're here, it just makes his death all the sooner.
You are leaving tomorrow.
He can't get past us if we're riding out directly towards the mouth of the bay, no?
He seems to have evaded you thus far.
Correct, we haven't seen sight of him, and every island we've been to says they haven't seen him in months, which means he's somewhere holed up doing something. We can only follow the leads we are given. I can ask the Seven for guidance, but they deem not to give it to me.
We shall deploy our ships. Must protect our own. He is certainly somewhere doing something. Thank you for your help.
Was that sarcasm?
Yeah.
I mean,
I shall see to it.
Makar
Yeah.
seems to have not much of an appetite for arcane conversations, and he bails.
Ares, why do you hang out with him?
He's my brother.
I have a lot of brothers I don't hang out with.
Yeah, well, I mean, he kind of lives in the same place I do, and he's my younger brother. I have to show him things.
Does he not believe in our cause?
He is fighter, I guess. Not a lot of reading.
We should have him spar with Malik if he doubts her.
I don't think that's a good decision.
No, maybe it's not, but
Surely, if you still had the forces of that legend that you speak so fondly of, Wardlow, between him and Malik, I'm sure it would be quite the battle between the three of them.
did you fight him at Harrenhal? I thought he fought the older brother, not the younger.
Yeah, Makar wasn't fighting.
Wasn't in the melee.
Yeah.
He's trying to prove himself. He's got a bunch of older brothers who are a bunch of badasses. He's
So
just-
we also rescued some slaves. They should be set free. We have some prisoners who are going to convert to the off branches of the Unbroken that we were talking about before.
All right, we do have Sir Quentin Ball. He's establishing your chapter.
Yep.
We're able to take over a small little town tavern. Three Sisters mysteriously was broken into, and everything was ransacked, and we just bought it for cheap with the help of the archers.
That's good. Trevor is going to be your main resource out of the three converted individuals that we have.
We'll put them to good use if you have the resources.
I'm gonna look at what's his name?
Osmond.
Osmond when he mentions the Three Sisters. Because I think Mordecai was talking about that at one point.
Osmond doesn't seem to react.
Osmond just has a really nice poker face.
Oh, almost like he's a pro.
We have two individuals who are a little bit arcane in ability themselves.
Right, send them to me as soon as you can.
Yeah, one of them has a bit of an illness that could be a side effect from his time in Bloodstone.
We'll have the Maesters take a little look. I think that Marwin is supposed to arrive the next couple of days. Maybe you'll have thoughts.
And then you saw the young individual that came with us. I'll let Malik speak on behalf of that one.
Little girl.
The little girl, Malik.
I feel like Malik's trying to no-sell who she is, so...
That's fine with me.
She's a bit shy, to my understanding, Prince. Is it Max? Is it disrespectful to just call him Prince?
No, Prince is a accurate title.
Cool.
Your Grace.
Yeah, your Grace, your Prince. Yeah, those are fine.
Your Lord of the comic books.
Maybe we can retcon the conversation with him next week or if Jesse's feeling better.
Yeah. Definitely something that you can do, and you can keep under the table between yourself, her, and Ares if you wanted to. That's fine.
Every once in a while, I like to think that Malik's just typing out WOG, just real fucking big and a bunch of A's in there. Yeah, there you go. Just like that.
Oh, I think I could use a cupbearer myself, especially one that can read. That's quite rare and nice. She'll be safe with me.
That's how Ares met his wife.
Yikes.
Welcome to Westeros,
I
bro.
was just gonna say that he is single.
I'll
dragon
teach you how to
penis.
pour a popper cup. You just sit over there for now. Thank you, cat. I'm going to read all these things you have. Come see me in the morning before you go.
Thank you very much for your time.
I take a look at in the telescope. Anything change with that meteor that we're looking at?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, the comet is gone for sure. Has been for quite some time.
Okay. Alrighty.
Any other
That's
questions?
only completely concerning.
Yeah, any
Uh,
questions you guys have for Ares?
there was
I don't
something else I wanted
think
to ask.
so.
Ares, is there someone else we would know who is near your brother, the Crown Prince, that I could
Nothing is Italian.
getting his workout for the day? That I could speak to instead of the Crown Prince? Is there anyone else around him that I know?
He's got his own guy that he's picked out, so I'm not sure. Those aren't really the things that are my specialty, I suppose.
I just didn't know. In case I need to get a hold of him in a hurry, I don't wish to invade his mind. Do you mind if I reach out to you that way, Ares?
Oh, with me it's fine, and also my brother should be back in town soon, and then he can reach out to Maylor pretty quickly.
Okay. Just want to make sure I have a quick way to connect to all of you. Also, again, check your ravens that have gone to other places. Check, if you can, check all the seaboard holds and see if you get responses back from all of them.
I'll have Grand Maester Munkin look into it.
So they don't have like a Raven FAA?
A what?
You guys don't have like flight towers for ravens? Keeps track
Yeah,
of who's at
it's at
what?
the Maester's Tower.
Keep track of them. Yeah, air
The
traffic
Grand Maester
control
will
for
keep
ravens.
track of it. And like I said, Marwin, the Archmaester, will be here in a couple days with my brother.
Prince Ares, do you have a way to reach out to Sir Eblefirth the way that he's able to twiddle his copper wire to you?
No, but I know that my half-brother has some abilities.
That's
Are you
true.
talking about the Blood Raven?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's reached out to me before.
Brendan is quite powerful, do a lot of things.
Shoot an arrow.
I didn't know. I didn't know Blood Raven had sending. Does he?
Yeah, he talked to me before.
Oh.
We can also ask him if he was out in the ocean in that particular area at some point.
He's just a fucking giant eagle.
We don't know if it was an eagle. He just said giant bird.
Oh yeah, the place to deposit the Malik. Do we want to keep the coins with somewhere around
Yeah,
here, or
I think you already talked with
yeah?
Makor about putting stuff in the vault.
I just want to be very clear that we're about to, maybe don't show them the bag. Just like, hold on, we'll bring in a big empty box so they think we're unloading something else.
We can find you a special room in the vault. You can put stuff in there.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they easily could exchange things for you from the treasury.
Yeah, we can sell you some. We can change those out for you. What else did you guys find? Anything cool?
It was mostly just treasure, isn't it? I mean,
I have a water skin of White Walker fragments. Is that worth anything to you?
Yeah, I'd like to have that, please.
Excellent. And do you have a empty water skin? I'm starting to run out because mine are all full of strange fluids.
Of course, as many as you need.
All right, I'm gonna take 3 more water skins because I see you just see my swing open my breastplate with all my hanging shit, and then I'd be like, yes, and I will give him the ice zombie fragments.
Okay. Seems pretty satisfied with this. Seems like he's got a lot to work on. He's excited.
Is there do you have a good potion maker that you could send to the sisters for us at the tavern?
There's just really kind of the one. I think you
Oh,
already
God.
know her. I don't think we need to talk about this in front of anybody else.
I'm telling you, it did wonders for me. My climbing abilities.
Oh,
were
you
good.
don't have to tell me.
Her potions are a little bit on the slippier side, Sir Elbafroth. I think we should. Hey,
Yeah.
wait!
I'm definitely gonna
Malik,
visit her
this
again.
is the place that we retrieve another container of wildfire. No, that was on the list as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Let us meet with them as well. I will visit them before we go.
I will visit them before we go. Oh!
Yeah, you guys can definitely do that. Yeah, we'll
Mickey
get
Malik.
into the mornings, the stuff you guys do before you leave. Next session.
Yeah, I want to
Dig it.
visit that one chick, that fucking
Nice.
creepy gnome woman.
You guys did some real good roleplay this session. I loved it.
Yeah.
Creepy squad, go.
Super creepy squad. You guys are the creepiest.
Yeah, my best work. That's
better
fucking.
than that. You know,
That was mad funny. That one got me, dude.
definitely better than you doing nothing for sure.
Yeah. That was.
Yeah,
that
and
was
we'll
pretty
see
solid.
if you guys want to go and hang out with that little gnome at Tiana's Towers. It'd be great.
Ugh,
Yeah.
God.
So
for sure.
let
dude,
me
you
know.
gotta take care of that voice.
If we don't do Sunday, Max, if you're around, and then anybody else that wants to chime in with the thing that I'm trying to do with the Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, dude.
Let
That'd
me
be
know,
fun.
because I've been
definitely
trying
down.
to come up with like I saw that they have a D&D like a D20 for it, but it's like it includes like crazy characters that I don't know and don't care for, and also like concepts that I didn't really like. I'm trying to have it a little bit more of the D&D vibe. With some of the like instant transmission is similar to the thing that Ebelforth has, and
Yeah.
our old Furbolg friend did have.
Yeah. Yeah, I should still be around if you want to talk shop and
Yeah.
do something cool.
Sounds
All
good.
right, sweet guys. Good session. Nothing attacked you this time, which is rare for us, but it's always next time.
Hell yeah.